Hello my dear friends. Today here in the meditation garden after my meditation I felt the desire to continue with the series I want to do about the chakras, about the Sahasrara. So we already did two videos, one with the first chakra Ardha Bindu, which is the state of Nirananda, where we are that Nirananda, and that Nirananda just bless everything around us and in us. Then the next was the Bindu, that beautiful lotus of 4 petals that open above the Sahasrara and represent the complete integration in between the human part in us, the love in us, which is the Divine Mother, and the witness, the observer, the Spirit. 3 of them become one single thing, which is the Trinity, which every one of us is. And the next chakra, around 20 centimeters above the Sahasrara, I experienced it the first time like a very beautiful and big lotus, like an sphere, which started opening there and is fully connected with the Visuddhi chakra, Sahasrara Visuddhi, and 20 centimeters above. Big sphere with thousands of petals. Perhaps I felt 16,000, as is connected 16 petals in the Visuddhi by 1,000 petals of the Sahasrara. And what represents that beautiful sphere lotus is the Sahasrara of the Virata. The Virata is the cosmic body. We have individual bodies, every one of us is one individual creation, we can say. And there is a cosmic body, a cosmic being, which is the Virata. Is the whole creation is in that body. How we are evolving individually, every one of us has our own individual evolution, we can say it. Everyone is in different part of that way. In the same, that cosmic body, that Virata, is evolving, and everyone inside the cosmic body is evolving with it. So we are cells of that cosmic body of the Virata. And when we achieve that state, the third chakra above the Sahasrara is the integration of us as Trinity, the human part already melt into the divinity, the divinization of our human part. At that moment, that human part is one cell of the Sahasrara of the Virata. When we achieve that chakra, when we establish in that chakra, when that chakra opens in us. And at that moment, when we are there, in full awareness, because evolution means we are aware of things that before we were not, in full awareness, knowing everything in us is that divinity, which is the witness and the love, but in human recipient, the Trinity. And in full awareness of that thing in us. And our integration in that Sahasrara of the Virata, the awareness also of that cosmic body, as individual, or we can say as being who is evolving by itself. And we integrate the Trinity in us in that Sahasrara. And in full awareness, what happened is the full expansion of our own nature, which is the divine love, the Bhakti. The Bhakti, the energy that connects this Trinity in us, the witness, the love, the mother, and the recipient, the human recipient. The Bhakti, the love, is the energy that connects and melds one into each other. So that love, at that moment in the Sadashiva Adidhakti Chakra, about the Sahasrara, that love is expanded completely, is poured, is just flowing to that Virata, to the Sahasrara of the Virata. In full awareness, as I said, of what we are, in truth, what is the Virata, what is the job being done, the expansion of the love, the enlightening of the Sahasrara of the Virata through us. And in full control of the experience. Means there is not any individual ego doing that. It's just in full awareness, the Spirit took over everything in us and is doing that job. In full awareness, I say. And in that stage, because it's just the expansion of the Bhakti, the feelings, we can say, what we experience in our central nervous system is incredible powerful, we can say. It's like the energy which was already in the yoga, in the state of yoga in our heart, that Bhakti where the Spirit is just enjoying the love, melting into the love, and the love is worshipping that witness, and everything is melting to one, and is the only thing there, what we are. And the experience is, you cannot describe, but it's absolutely beautiful. So in that chakra, about the Sahasrara, in the third chakra, what happened is that expansion, that Bhakti, is projected, but in a very big way, you can say. In the yoga, in the state of yoga, that Bhakti we enjoy and we feel in our own body, in our own system, in ourselves. But in the Sahasrara of the Virata, in the Sadashiva Adidhakti Chakra, that happening is fully expanded. Is flowing in a very big way, you can say. And it doesn't have any ego at all, as is one energy which is flowing in awareness, in, you can say, very, in a way which is without any discrimination, you can say, any possibility of recognition or whatever, because it's very abstract, you can say. It's flowing to that being which is everything, the cosmic body. And in that Trinity that is doing that job, which is serving the Virata, in that awareness is also involved the complete surrendering of the human part, which has already been, you can say, made divine by that melting of the Trinity. But even if they are become one, while we are living in human body, these parts are there. So we can be aware of ourselves as one body, one individual. And at the same time that we are aware of that thing, the witness in us, the Spirit knows, is just an illusion, you can say. The reality, what we are, is that pure existence, pure love. But it still is there, the illusion. So the part of the illusion in that play of the Sahasrara of the Virata is complete surrendering. Knowing is nothing, but doing that job of serving the Virata, because the job is happening through that instrument. And as we say, that chakra is connected with the Visuddhi. And in the Visuddhi, or connected with the Visuddhi, there are two important chakras, which are Shri Lalita in the left shoulder, Shri Chakra in the right shoulder. And these are very much connected with that chakra about the Sahasrara, with Sadashiva Adidhakti Chakra. As these are the instruments of the human part to, in that full awareness, project that energy of Bhakti to the Virata, to the Sahasrara of the Virata. In complete surrendering, knowing that the human part is doing nothing, that never can do anything at all, is just there. And these two instruments, which is Sri Lalita, the pure emotion of God, that energy of love and Bhakti, and the action, which is the movement in full awareness, allowing that action to take place. That enlightening of the Sahasrara of the Virata, that expansion of the Bhakti to the other cells of the Sahasrara. And in that awareness there is also a very important part is, in the Virata, every one of us is one cell. Every particle of the creation is one cell, one little particle, we can say it, of the Virata. And there are different jobs, as the Virata is that totality. There are different jobs done by different parts of that totality. For example, it's like us, one cell which is in the blood, in our blood, has to do some particular job, whatever it is. And another cell we have in the skin has another particular job. One cell which is in our hands has a job, another in the brain. Every particle has a different jobs, we can say. And the Sahasrara, out of all this system, we can say is the highest, or one of the highest. We cannot say one job is higher than the other, but is one of the jobs which are creating or helping to the jump in the evolution of that totality, that Virata. So the Sahasrara is a very important part, because first the Sahasrara is closed and the person or that Virata is closed in itself as an individual. Then the Sahasrara open and is connected with totality. We are connected with totality. That Virata is fully connected. And then when the Sahasrara opens, through the Sahasrara manifests the reality, the Spirit, God Almighty, in us, in the Virata, and through the Virata, through all the cells. So the enlightening of the Sahasrara, the opening of the Sahasrara, and then the enlightening of the Sahasrara is one of the jobs of the service we as human beings could do, that can be the most beautiful job for that enlightening of the humanity, is projecting that Bhakti without any discrimination, unconditionally, to that Sahasrara of the Virata in full awareness. How we do that, we are experiencing amazing gift, because it's flowing that pouring of divinity, pouring of Bhakti through us as instruments. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. And the energy we can feel at that stage is really, really strong. Much more strong than what we feel in the state of yoga in our heart, when we are melted into the Bhakti. Because it's that same energy, but fully, in full projection to the totality. And a lot more can be said about the chakra, but the best way is just to meditate. Meditate in that point, 20 centimeters around, 20 centimeters above the Sahasrara, in full surrendering, in full love for that totality, in full service to that totality, and allow that job to be done through us. We as humans are not the doers, but the Spirit took over, is in charge, in awareness, allowing that projection. And the nature of the energy that we are, the pure love, the Shakti, the Bhakti, that's the job. And is happening in full awareness.